Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are doing well. Today's data set is an important one because if you want to go from hustler to boss inside your organization, I know every single one of you wants that. I know you don't want to be hustling and having a small team of 1, 2, 3 employees for the rest of your life. You need to understand the principle of working on your business as opposed to working in your business. Most of you guys right now are working in your business. You're handling the day-to-day tasks, you're handling customer service, you're handling, if you're doing e-commerce, you're handling product research. If you're having an agency kind of business, you are handling sales or lead generation or content creation. You need to be able to take a step back, especially if you have some sort of revenue stream, and begin to build on your business. What that means is you need to be able to take a bird's eye view as to how your operation is working and understand that there's 2 types of tasks inside your business. One is risk mitigation tasks, and the other task is income producing tasks. Most entrepreneurs, they're always on hustle mode because they're focused on how can I be making money every single day. You need to understand that it's okay not to make money every single day. You guys have probably seen videos on the internet of me where I'm saying, I've made $5 million in a day. I've made $7 million in a day. That doesn't mean that I make $5 million every single day. That doesn't mean that I'm making $7 million every single day. That means that I'm positioning my business, or I'm positioning my private equity deals, or selling stock or shares that I have within organizations. And I have these sporadic impulses of revenue because at times I realize that instead of making $10,000 every single day and having a false sense of productivity, I understand 10,000 may be a lot for some people, but as you continue growing, you'll realize that maybe if you take a step back and instead of working in your business and being in the trenches and in the weeds, you can take a bird's eye view and start figuring out how you can begin to operate and focus on income producing tasks. And you need to onboard people and delegate risk mitigation tasks. So let me convey a couple income producing tasks. An income producing task could be hiring an HR manager. An income producing task could be focusing on building out a sales team that you can train. Right? You're going to have to do that because you understand your own business, but maybe potentially you don't understand human resources. So that's a risk mitigation task, because as you begin to hire more and more people within your organization, you're going to find yourself not only strained for time, but realizing that there's tasks that you may not necessarily do extremely well. So if you want to mitigate risk inside your organization, you need to make sure that contracts are set in place. You need to make sure that systems are set in place. You need to make sure that you're using the right tools to track your team, the management of their output, the management of their time. And what that may mean is that you need to be able to hire people that are able to do things that you can't do. They're not necessarily correlated to your income directly. They might be mitigating risk, like an employee going rogue or losing a customer, so that you can focus on income producing tasks. Income producing tasks are the lifeblood of your business. But simultaneously, as the CEO, as the boss, you need to be focusing on casting the vision. Casting the vision is extremely important. There's a verse that says, without vision, people perish. But without money, the vision perishes. So many times we're in the trenches, we're in the weeds, that we lack or we lose the vision. And we're so much focused on making money that we think we're being productive, but we're only tapping into 5% of our potential, 10% of our potential. That is the data set, ladies and gentlemen. The data set is focus on working on your business, building the systems, the procedures, the team that can empower and elevate you instead of working in your business. This needs to be intentional. Intentionality is what makes your business thrive. You can't just be intentional about making money, about gaining clients. You need to be intentional about building your team, about scaling your team, about building the systems and procedures that are going to give you the freedom to then direct your attention to income producing tasks. Most of you guys are not entrepreneurs. Hear me out. I know. It sounds like a crazy concept, but most of you guys are not entrepreneurs. You are just self-employed. And most of you guys aren't even self-employed. Most of you guys are just jobless because you call yourself an entrepreneur, but just being able to hustle and, have a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, you're basically unemployed. You're running like a freelancer. So once you define that and you have that reality check with yourself, as I've had to have with myself, with many organizations that I've built, you're gonna find that you begin to thrive. Empower your team by casting a vision, and then empower that vision by producing revenue that keeps that vision alive. Once again, I'll say it, without vision, people perish, but without money, the vision perishes. So I hope this principle is clear. Listen to this audio a couple times and realize that you need to be focusing on the big picture. Even if you're a hustler, build a plan so you can focus on big picture. Begin onboarding individuals that you can delegate risk mitigation tasks to, such as customer service, such as liaisoning between customers, such as building out systems and operations for you, such as contracts, human resources, accounting, so that you can begin to generate a bigger stream of lifeblood for your organization. So that's my data set for you guys. Once you understand how to go from hustler to boss, the game becomes extremely interesting. So take this principle, take this truth, and I'll see you guys at the top.